Stafford takes 20% of his donations through online payments, as more and more of us carry less money.
Busk is always a surprise, we never know. We don't know how much we're gonna make in that day.
His collection of coins has dwindled as cash is no longer king. It's only used for a quarter of all transactions in Australia. The rest are mainly through debit or credit cards, digital wallets, and smartwatches. A lot of people are predicting that Australia will become a cashless society within years. But something surprising happened during the pandemic. People have been withdrawing $50 and $100 notes, not to spend, but to hoard, even though they're not earning any interest. Since 2013, demand for coins has plummeted by more than 50%. But after COVID struck, staff at the Royal Australian Mint had to work double shifts to keep up with the unexpected demand.
Working with robots and people. I certainly wouldn't be brave enough to predict no cash in the future. Of course, there's a number of benefits in cash that people still value.
Thank you. One major advantage of cash is that my transactions are private, so only the boss here knows what I bought and how much I spent. Nobody else. It's also been a lifeline for those on the front line of bushfires when the internet and power fails.
From a business perspective, unless you've got infrastructure in place that's very reliable, you can't get rid of cash.
But electronic payments have their downsides. Every transaction gets recorded, and the data is owned by your bank or tech giants like Apple and Google. The more you shop, the more they find out about your spending habits. They can use that info to send you targeted advertising or build a spending profile about you, which may or may not be accurate. But with all your spending data stored in one convenient place, it could be a hacker's paradise.
Tens of thousands of Australians have had their banking details hacked.
A massive hack attack involving 100 million customers.
Another major beneficiary of electronic payments is the ATO.
It's harder to avoid taxes, and it's easier to see who's spending what where.
Research from the Reserve Bank shows that a lot of small transactions, under $10, tend to be done with physical money. And critics say that if Australia does go cashless, some people will suffer hardship.
The elderly, or folks who don't feel comfortable using technology, folks living in remote and regional areas, new migrants, and even children.
Recently, places that have transitioned very quickly towards cashless payments, like New York and San Francisco, have passed laws making it illegal for businesses to refuse cash payments.
I do expect that there is a long-term declining trend, but I guess I don't really think it's going to decline down to zero.
Whether it does or not depends on the price of convenience that we're willing to pay. David Chow, ABC News.